it's Friday, which means it's another episode of People Like You. My name is Emmanuel Osiseri, your online personal trainer and wellness coach. And today I met with no one visually because I forgot to hit record for this episode on my camera. But the good news is I still have the episode for you, Bianca Gilbert, episode 25. Thankfully, I still recorded it on my laptop at least. And so you're going to have to forgive me for this. You're going to have to see this episode with your ears and your heart. Here's Bianca Gilbert, episode 25. I hope that you enjoy it. It's a good one. Today, I met with a very special guest, Bianca Gilbert. And so me and Bianca have known each other from work at the plant for a little over 3 years, and she's very into CrossFit and very active, and she's the strongest woman that we have at the plant. And so she's gonna go ahead and share about some things fitness related along her journey. But first of all, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit of something about yourself.
All right. Well, hi everyone. I'm Bianca. Let's see. I grew up swimming, so I swam for like 18 or 19 years, and then once I graduated from college, I picked up CrossFit and have been doing CrossFit now for 6 years or so. And that's pretty much all the sports I've ever done.
So it's just
swimming.
All
I'm good at swimming and CrossFit.
Okay, because I'm actually working on a triathlon, so I know I've been in your office a couple of times to like get swimming tips
Yes.
and stuff. So what got you into swimming? Because when I do my cardio videos and stuff like that, I always swimming is always the best, but it's not something that people can always do. Not everybody swims, but I think it's the best cardio that you can do. So what kind of got you into swimming?
Well, I grew up in a neighborhood where the pool is like a mile from my house.
San Diego, right?
Yeah, in San Diego. And we did a summer swim camp, me and my sister, and swim camp was over, and I wanted to keep going. And then since then, I just swam year-round until college was over. And
you got real good at it, and you swam in school, right?
Yeah, I swam for UCLA.
Nice. That's awesome. So where did CrossFit come into the equation? How did that come about?
Well, I did 5 years of swimming. And my 5th year, I was the undergraduate assistant coach, and so I had a little bit of extra time, and my parents had been doing CrossFit for a while, and so my dad was like, I think you're going to like it, why don't you try it? So my 5th year of college, I swam every morning and then did CrossFit every night, and then once I graduated from college and swimming wasn't like on a team anymore, right. I just picked up CrossFit full time.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. This is awesome. So your family did CrossFit, right? Or
yeah.
Okay, so like talk about like how much of an impact just having active people around you have on like even your fitness today.
So my parents both do CrossFit now. When I first started, they were doing like a almost kind of pseudo version of CrossFit, like just how they were getting going and getting started. And now every time they come to visit, Tyler and I, or we go home to visit, we both have garage gyms, so we never our working out never really stops when we're with our family, which is cool. And my dad is always asking us for help on whether it be double unders or hopefully next weekend it'll be muscle ups, and nice. We'll see. Nice.
So you work a very busy schedule. You still stay on top of your fitness, and I know we all have lapses in our fitness journeys, but for the most part, you still look the part. You still have an active life. So talk about like the discipline and the because at one point you overlapped swimming with CrossFit, right? You said
yes.
You were doing one in the morning and one in the evening. Yeah. So how's that like? How do you get your schedule so set like that?
In college, it's different because you're on a team and you don't really have a choice. You go to practice when the practice is. And once I picked up CrossFit, even when I moved to Bakersfield, it was kind of my fun or my relief for after work. So I'd go to class every night at 6 and I'd see all my friends, and it was fun. And then once Tyler and I got together and started our garage gym, it became our hangout every night. So it was a lot less of like a requirement and a lot more of just what we did when we got home from work.
Yeah.
And then most recently I've gotten a new job at work, and it's taken a lot of my time and it's hard, and so I put a little bit more emphasis on trying to get up and do workouts before work, because sometimes I get stuck late or whatever happens, and then that used to really stress me out and make me really hate my job because I want to work out too.
So you didn't like working out before work?
I didn't used to like that because I don't know why, it's dark and it's quiet, and I'm never as like warmed up and aware in the morning, but I've gotten more used to that now.
Yeah, nice. So I know I had Melissa Melissa Cush on a couple episodes back, and she talked about she does her morning workouts. She works out before work, and that's kind of like you said, kind of like a preference thing. It just kind of works for her. But I think I prefer, at least during the week, I have to work out after work as well too. And you talked about the stress relief component of it, so I want you to kind of touch on that as far as like how it helps you to like reset at the end of a long day to get you through the week.
Well, for me, it's that I get to hang out with my husband Tyler for a couple hours, and most of the time, about 30 minutes into the workout, I've stopped thinking about what stressed me out for the day or what pains and heartaches I have from the day, and I'm just there, and I like lifting weights, and I like doing pull-ups and that kind of stuff. And so it takes a little while. I don't always immediately snap off work, but eventually it's just kind of what's easy for the night.
Yeah. One of the things I admire, because I'm more of a bodybuilder, I actually never have done CrossFit before, believe it or not. I've never tried it.
It looks like you're trying to come over and do CrossFit then.
I'm fascinated by it. And one of the reasons is because it's very like, it seems family oriented. Like you can look at a CrossFitter and be like, yeah, that guy goes to the local CrossFit gym and stuff. And you guys have your tournaments and everything. And it's a very like, I mean, at least outside looking in, like me and Daniel was talking about a couple episodes back. We were talking about like the intrinsic component of it. Like it's a mental strength that you get. Bodybuilding is just aesthetics and stuff, you know. But you guys, like, I always admire that portion of it for sure. So I know that you've competed in some competitions as well. Kind of take us through that and everything. What was that like?
Well, so in CrossFit you have every year something called the Open, and it's pretty much for every CrossFitter in the world, and it's all online. So they release workouts, and you do the workout and you submit your score online. And then the way it used to be is that the top 40, I think, in every region would go to regionals. And I did that in 2015 and 2017. So that was probably two of my, well, I couldn't say that. It was a lot of my favorite competitions was at regionals. And then some bigger competitions that weren't CrossFit sanctioned started popping up. So I've been to Wadapalooza, which is in Miami, twice now, I think. And I've been to Granite Games, which is in Minnesota, I think 3 times. And they're bigger events, and they're 3-day events where I get to do like a couple workouts every day, and by the end of the weekend you're just smashed. But right. It's really fun, and it's not something everybody likes to do. Not everybody likes to compete, but it was always fun for me.
Right. Like, do you consider yourself like a competitive person, like intrinsically, or do you like competing against other people? Like, how does that work for you to make you want to do something like that?
I guess it's both. It's hard to describe. For swimming, it was more against like myself, because in swimming you have like, you always do the exact same race, right? It's always, I swam the 200 butterfly. It was always the exact same length. The pool was, it doesn't matter. Right. You have your one lane. But in CrossFit, there's no rules to CrossFit, so they can tell you that, like, one of my worst events was that I had to run a 7K, and a mile of it was with a sandbag. And, like, that's not very fun, so my goal in that workout was not to get last.
Right.
But then there's other workouts where, like, 1RM snatch, which is get your heaviest snatch, the Olympic lift. And that one is like, well, your goal here is to win that event. So I guess it's kind of depends on the event.
Right.
Where I want, who I'm
No, for sure. And that's very interesting. What would be your selling point for our listeners, the casual person that's listening right now? What would be your biggest selling point for CrossFit? Why would somebody want to do CrossFit and kind of take on that personal challenge of just inner strength, really?
Well, I guess because I've watched my parents do CrossFit, and my parents are not built like me. Like, I recognize that I'm quite large for a girl, but my mom is tiny. She's my height, but she weighs probably like 120 pounds, and my mama got her first pull-up at 60.
Wow, that's awesome. So
I think that's why I would encourage people to do CrossFit, is that it's really for anybody, and you can see improvements in so many different things. Like the fact that my mama got a pull-up, and my mom is training for a marathon. Like, you can do so much in CrossFit. It's very adaptable to whoever wants to do it.
Right. That's awesome. So she's 60 or.
She was 60 at the time. I don't know.
Oh, in her 60s, but like I just wanted to get an age range because I've never heard of that. I think that's amazing.
So cool.
I think that's amazing. I want to go back to something that you said earlier as far as your home gym. What are some, because I don't have a home gym right now. I just have resistance, man. I like going to the gym. I have my reasons. Yes. But what would you say some of the pros and cons of having a home gym are? Because I can imagine there's some pros, obviously convenience, but then also some cons, maybe you kind of take it for granted and get lazy. I don't know. That would be for me. What were some?
So we never went into having a home gym as our goal being we're only going to work out at home. Mm-hmm. But after like 3 years, all of a sudden we have everything we need at home and we just stay home. The convenience is obviously like the best part, that when I say I wake up in the morning, like 15 minutes from bed to work out, like there's no travel time. And we have a dog and she sits out there with us. Like there's no rules, there's no time frames, that kind of stuff. Right. All the equipment that we have is really like kept up because it's just Tyler and I that use it, so we take care of it the way we like, and we you have
to worry about people leaving their weights on the ground and tripping over it.
Well, you do. It's just yourself then.
Yeah, right.
So that's the positives, I guess. The hard part is that, like you said, there are some days where we get home and Tyler and I like to do a lot of projects, so we get home and we get distracted because we're working on this, or the front yard's a mess, we got to go take care of that. So you can easily get distracted, and you don't have like a set start time. Right. So when you're going to classes, like I gotta leave by 5:45 because I gotta be there at 6, that kind of thing. And if it's at home, you're like, well, we could do it in 30 minutes. Like we can start whenever we want.
Right.
So that's, I guess, the benefits.
Yeah. What are some things that you guys are you guys doing anything active as well outside of working out? Maybe going on hikes, or I know you guys you guys look like active people. So what are some other things that you guys do as a couple to kind of keep you guys active outside of the gym?
Well, Tyler will go swimming with me. He likes that, even when it's hard for him. And that part's fun. We do hikes, but not so much in the summer because it's pretty hot here in the summer. Sure, and we like to take our puppy. Yeah. So we've gone up to Kern River a few times, and then Hart Park and the other place, Wind Wolves Preserve, I think. We do that. We love national parks, so we'll go and visit those. Nice. And my parents actually like it too, so we've planned a couple trips with them. And honestly, just walking the dog. I know that's not a whole lot of activity.
Yeah, no, I think it is.
For us, it's very nice.
Yeah, I mean, anything that keeps you moving, I think that's awesome. So I want to talk about one thing. I mean, if you've been working out long enough to know that if you've been working, for anybody that's been working out long enough, you reach a point where you hit, some rough patches with consistency, whether it's a change of job, you're moving, traveling, married, having kids and stuff. How do you kind of just balance like the uncertainties, the unforeseen things of life that kind of...
Yeah, that's hard, and that's still something that we're working out.
Right.
Because it's not... So I've been the person where I'm very, very strict, and I make sure that no matter what, I work out. And that was my number one priority. And more recently, work has really moved up in the priority scale, and obviously Tyler too. We got married a year ago.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you. So that type, like, your priorities will shift, but working out never goes like away. It just moves around. And for us, working out it's never a punishment. Like it's never something that we feel like we have to do or somebody's making us do. Like, it's always a reward. So if we get to spend time in the afternoon outside doing what we love, then we're lucky, and we're happy to have those hours together. And if we go a couple days where we couldn't do it because of whatever, then you just pick it up when you can.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to steal that. Working out never goes away. Because I started my fitness journey maybe like 9 years ago or so when I first got to Bakersfield. And like in 9 years, I've never taken more than 2 weeks off from working out. And that's just from knee surgery. And so when I went through that time period, when you build such a strong system, I'm like you, I have like a set routine. Like, my body clock is insane. When you get to that point, it's very hard to, like, even if you get distracted for a period of time, it's very hard to just like fall off completely.
Zero.
Because I'm working out like so consistent. Like, I'll feel weird if I take a month off.
We can't.
You know what I mean?
We first of all, your body feels. I just feel so like like sluggish if I don't work out. But like even we went on a vacation for a couple weeks and we ate like everything we wanted all the time. But we balanced that by we went to the gym most days, and we found a CrossFit gym in France that was actually really fun, and they did their classes in French, and Tyler and I had no idea what was going on. But it, like, you could just watch people and figure it out, and it was so that part is fun. And that's actually a cool part of CrossFit, is that there's gyms all over the place, and when you go and drop into different gyms, you can see what other people's worlds are like, and it's and you know all the movements because all the movements are the same, even if they're in a different language. So that part's kind of cool.
Yeah, to that point too, me and my girlfriend Clarissa, we just came back from Houston, Texas last weekend for a wedding, and I mean, it's Houston, we ate, like, believe that. You know what I mean? So but like you, we also found a gym out there because we go to 24-hour fitness for this reason, that we virtually have a gym anywhere we go, any big city anyways. And so kind of just, you know, even in the midst of eating, our body clocks are like, we need to move. And just, I think it's so important to just build that system. I'm really glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about nutrition real quick. You meal prep, right? Okay, cool. So how does that, take us through that? When did it start? Share some tips with us maybe.
Well, I am not a very good cook. Before Tyler, I was not doing very good with cooking. And it just gets really hard for me throughout the week and for us if we don't have food ready. So we go through different types of meal prep. There's one where every Sunday I cook all of our meals for the week. That's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Right. And we get them all portioned out. We squeeze them into the fridge, and then we're good for the week. Right. Recently we got an Instapot. I don't know, last year or something. And Instapots are awesome. Do you have one?
No, I don't.
Do you know what it is?
No, share with us.
It's a pressure cooker. Like, it looks like a giant rice cooker, and essentially you can put all your food in there, close the lid, and it pressurizes and cooks, and you just walk away. Nice. So what our new favorite thing to do is that I prep all the meals on Sunday, but I don't cook them. I just get them all, like, you know, get the chicken ready and the vegetables and stuff. And then when we come in from working out, we put everything in the Instapot, and then we go shower, or we do Ramwad, which is like a stretching thing. Yeah. And then by the time we're done, our food is ready, and then we eat that for dinner, and then we take the leftovers for lunch the next day. Nice. So there's a couple different, like, sometimes I'm okay with eating like the same thing for lunch all week, and sometimes Tyler's like, I'm done with that one meal, we need to have some others, so we mix it up. Nice. That's perfect.
That's perfect. That teamwork that comes with living and marrying someone that's just as active as you.
Eats as much.
Yeah, and I eat a ton too. And I mean, I'm not a chef. I always say on here, I'm not a chef or anything. Like, I'll follow like oven instructions and stuff just to get me through the week. The most important thing is make sure it's edible and I can do it consistently. So that's just me. But yeah, I actually got into the rice cooker thing as well, and I think it's something that's super dope, super helpful.
It is. You should get an Instapot.
Instapot, yeah, that sounds even better.
It's awesome.
Maybe I'll check that out. I'll see if Clarissa's interested into that. Okay, so I like to have our guests wrap up each episode with something that's meaningful for you, something that you can leave to our listeners that's valuable, that they can take away, a piece of advice, maybe a quote, a book that you can leave, something that people can kind of get from your story.
You should have given me warning. I would have been prepping.
Oh, what's the first thing off your head? You said a lot of good stuff.
I'm not sure. I am a big fan of quotes, so my brain is full of them. But one of my favorites is that opportunity is missed by most because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work.
Wow, never heard that one. You talking about you don't have anything.
So I like that one because a lot of people think things are just going to show up, or you have to wait for the perfect time to do something. Or, and it's not always easy, and nothing in life is going to come quite easy. You just have to pick your priorities.
Yeah, nice. I like that. Give me that one more time. Opportunity is missed by most people because it's usually dressed in overalls. No?
Yeah, it looks like work.
It looks like work, yeah.
Yep.
That's cool. I like that. All right, so at the end of each episode, I like to have some fun and throw some quick fire questions at you, just to see how your brain thinks. First thing on your head. Okay, here we go. What's the first thing Bianca thinks of when she wakes up?
Zoe. My puppy.
Zoe. You knew that one right off the head. Good. Would you rather be a master of every musical instrument or be fluent in every language?
Fluent in every language.
Yeah. Would you rather be a deep sea diver or an astronaut?
Deep sea diver.
Would you swimming, right?
Swimming. I want to see all the fish.
Would you rather take a guaranteed $100,000 or a 50-50 shot at $1 million?
Guaranteed 100.
Yeah, me too. Tacos or pizza?
Oh, pizza.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Breakfast or dinner?
Breakfast.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Money or free time?
Dang, that one's always good.
You're doing so well.
I pick free time.
Free time for sure. Winter or summer?
Oh, summer.
What did you want to be as a kid growing up?
Oh, I want to be a vet.
A vet? Mm-hmm. Your love for pets is unfailing. One famous person, dead or alive, you'd love to have dinner with?
I think Matt Frazier.
Matt Frazier. Why?
Do you know who that is?
I don't.
Okay, so he has won the CrossFit Games 4 years? 5 years?
Did he do it? Wait a minute. Is he from Germany? Is he German?
No.
Okay, because we were watching the CrossFit Games. I told you about this actually. We were watching the CrossFit Games on YouTube. I thought it was that guy. Okay.
No, he just his little saying is hard work pays off, and I think that he is like the most hard worker I've ever seen. I don't know him obviously, but from what I've seen, and I would love to pick his brain on how he does that.
Of course, so that you can be there as well too.
Yes.
Competing for worlds. Last question: if you can be any animal in the world, what would it be and why?
This one's gonna be kind of dumb, but I think that penguins are really cool.
Really?
I've always thought that it would be really fun to be able to walk, and then when you're tired of walking, you can just slide on your belly. So I know, and they live really bad lives, but it looks like it would be fun to be a penguin.
Yeah, we see them on Animal Planet all the time. We love watching those shows.
Yes,
They're just
I do
so
too.
funny. It's awesome. Well, hey, thank you, Bianca. I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on and sharing your stories. It's going to help and inspire a lot of people. And I wish you the best of luck moving forward on your fitness journey.
Thank you, Manny. Thanks for having me.